Hi parents, hi students. I just wanted to say great job last week. You guys did awesome. I know we had to make some adjustments with doing school at home, and you guys did great. Thank you for turning in the assignments and working with your kids. And if there's anything I can do to help make your job easier, parents, please let me know. Please tell the students I'm telling them, do not give you guys a hard time. Moving into this week, we have our language and math, which are both core subjects. And so we just want to make sure that they're getting a full understanding of what they should be doing in these two subjects. What I'm going to be doing is giving you, whenever we have new information to introduce, I will give you a little tutorial just to kind of maybe give you insight on how I might teach that lesson, or what might make it easier for them to understand. In language, I have two groups. In math, I have two groups. For language, group 1, you have review on one page. Page 180 is so all review. All of this you've learned already. But on Thursday, I believe, you have a quiz. So no new information for group 1. Group 2, you do have some new information in language on page 125 and then on page 126. On page 125, we have what is called time order words. These words are used whenever we're writing a paragraph or whenever we're telling a story. We want to make sure that we keep the order of events in order, making sure everything is first, second, third. We don't want to say the first thing first, then the last thing next, then the second thing next. We want to make sure we say the first, second, third, and so on and so forth. And there are words that we use to indicate what comes first, what comes second. You don't always have to use these words, but they're very good words to use whenever writing a paragraph or telling a story. Some of those words are like first, second, third, then, next, last, finally. All of these are words that tells the order of the events. So on page 125, you have 3 different exercises where you have to read the sentences and put those sentences in order from what happened first, second, third, and the last one has 6 sentences. So take your time, make sure you read all of the sentences first, then decide what would happen first, what would happen second, what would happen third, and so on and so forth. On page 126, we are rewriting a letter, okay? And so that's pretty simple. I need you to remember your capitalization rules, your comma punctuation rules. Make sure you remember those because it's going to be important for you to make the corrections so that you can write the letter correctly. If you don't remember, please reflect back in the friendly letter that we wrote earlier in the semester. It's pretty simple, but just remember your capitalization rules, punctuation rules, abbreviation rules, and make sure you put all your punctuation and capitalizations in the correct place. That's all for language. In math, for group 1, let's start with group 1. You have 2 lessons, lesson 94 and 95 that you're going to do, and then you're going to have a test on Friday. Lesson 94 is using compatible numbers. You've already done a lesson previously, lesson 92, where you can reflect back on that deals with compatible numbers. Compatible numbers is just when you use a number that's easier to use when adding and subtracting. You can do the same thing with multiplication. For example, if you have the number 26 that you're going to be multiplying times 4, you would, instead of using 26 and going the long way and say